My man Mo about to come in. He called me at like 8 o'clock, his plane, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he just probably landed just now. We're going to go downtown San Jose, hang out downtown San Jose, and then go from there. But hopefully I can go live. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Yo, as soon as I got in, I didn't get a chance to do nothing. I went straight to doing something after the airport, yo. That's why there's always something to do in this place. And then I'm still not done. I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started, yo. So, but Costa Rica's always chill. That's what I was telling y'all. Who is this? Mike Kyle, what up? Mike, what up, yo? Yo, Pat, what up, yo? What's good, man? What y'all up to, yo? Hopefully I'm getting a good signal. Hopefully I'm getting a good signal. I was just tearing that rotisserie chicken up. So don't mind me. I'm here for like 5 days. And then I'm doing my real vacation. I gotta get a car. I gotta get the car in the morning. Cause I gotta go all the way to the beach. We're gonna drive all the way to Haku, yo. Look at that lady hips. I hate when they have hips like that and no. This is where I was the other day when I was on the phone with you. So far, so good with your signal. Rice Patty Raisins. Rice Patty, why you be in a group and don't speak on nothing? I be trying to figure out why you don't speak on nothing, man. Rice Patty Reasons got a wealth of knowledge, but he don't be injecting himself. He don't listen to the voicemails that we be leaving or nothing. Yeah, I might go to Le Mans. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about going back to Le Mans to show y'all how fly Le Mans is. And I told you hands down, I think they got the best women I've seen for a festival. Let me clear that up. For a festival. Rice Patty in the group, Mike, but he'll never say nothing. He'll come in there every once in a while. He be busy. So he be busy. So you know how that go. I'll be more active and busy moving to Long Beach. Oh, you going to Long Beach? Mike is from all of that. Mike is from all of that. Y'all see my kicks I got on, yo? When I say these joints are they sweaty? They sweaty, yo. These joints they fly, but they sweaty. They like hot, so I gotta leave them open. Or else my feet gonna be sweating. My feet gonna be sweating at the end of the day. You see, he on park patrol. Yeah, Rice Patty been there. Rice Patty is California'd out. That's why he could go to Mexico and see his girl so easily. Because he right there with her. Yeah, the Adidas, baby. The Adidas, man. You making sure they move. Look at the park. That's the park. That's the one I tell you when I'm bored I sit in. But I told you this the city. This more like I told y'all. This is why I heard the black dudes talking. I always tell y'all that story. I heard the black dudes talking. That's why I heard them talking that, yo. He said, why don't you use those low cut black shoes? I do got them. But I can't bring everything when there's a quick turnaround trip. That's what I don't want to bring everything when there's a quick turnaround trip. When there's a quick turnaround trip, I just don't want to. Let me turn the camera around so y'all can stop looking at me. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. The festival coming. Hit the like button. They playing chess. About to get out of my car. I'm sitting down. Fuck that. Yo, I don't feel like going to my. Yo, ain't that crazy? I don't feel like going to my Airbnb yet. They told me to come. I was like, nah, dog. They told me to come. I'm gonna finish walking around. But, yeah, I told you. Oh, it's a beautiful day out here. Yo, these people acting like it's cold. I'm burning up, yo. Y'all just don't know. I am freezing. I mean, burning up while they freezing. They down in Miami acting like it's the second coming of winter. It's 65 degrees and they acting. I ain't gonna never be able to get used to that, yo. I'm gonna tell you right now. And I hate when you wear these sweats, these cotton sweats in the sun, and they brand new and they start turning brown because you're sitting in the sun so long. I be hating that. Yeah, I don't want to go yet. Oh man, everybody walking around chilling. Everybody. People just walking around chilling. Look how crowded it is. Look how crowded it is. Y'all turn on heated seats at 65? Yo, I can never get used to this. I can never get how people act like it's freezing. I can never get used to this, yo. And y'all already know it's something that y'all want to talk about. There's a lot of women walking around here. It's a little city next to the airport. Very little city next to the airport. Very small city. Right next to the airport. And I'm telling you, it's like stores everywhere. People don't know that. They only go to San Jose and think San Jose is the only place. It's a little small city right there. As soon as you leave out the airport, you could walk here. People know me so much, I could get a ride. But this the place I told you I'm bringing a car and letting it stay at this old man house. I'm gonna bring my car here from America and let it stay at this old dude house. Cause you could do that. That's what I like with areas that y'all say is westernized. It's not west, but here's the trick. It's not westernized, but you use the western exaggeration to get things done for you in your favor. How the sisters are ramping up travel right now, where passport bros are. Yeah, everybody talking about that though. Pat, everybody. That's like a big thing right now. Women are trying to go like they're flooding. Yeah, let me ask you a question. Where's the talk about Bali? Somebody, people still can't answer that question. Where's the talk about Bali? Where's the talk about Belize? Where's that talk about all of these places that they act like they were going and we never traveled anywhere before the passport bros thing started jumping? I just want y'all to think about that. I want y'all to think about that. Where was all that now? Hold on, let me see if I got a message. Hold on. I hope this don't knock me off. Hold on. Making sure I ain't get no message. Man, that gray hair is coming, man. That gray hair don't stop. That gray hair does not stop. That gray hair does not stop. My man just sitting there and looking at me. Yeah, like it's a serious question. Where's Belize? Hold on, let me put my earpiece in so y'all can hear me better. Hold on. Yo, can y'all hear me? Is better? If this is better, you hear me. No echo. I don't sound like I'm far back. Cause I'll be asking y'all, can y'all hear me? Y'all gotta know radio etiquette, uh, listening etiquette. Y'all don't. It's like, yo, one time I went live, right? My mic wasn't hooked up, and it sounded like a echo. You could tell a professional mic that's hooked up and one that's not. The cats in the chat was telling me, yeah, yo, you good. I listened to the playback. My mic wasn't even hooked up and there's an echo, and they listened to that trash. They be cracking me up with that, yo. Dudes just be saying anything. Can you tell this mic is hooked up when I do this? That's what you gotta say to them. It's a black dude from America. He's from America. Yo, this dude is from America. Look at this dude. And he look weird. Yo, he look like he up to no good. He look like he spaced out. Y'all should have saw his face, yo. This is not good. See, I don't want to be seen walking around like that. And he got a jacket on and 70 something, 80 degrees. Nah, dog. You don't want to go to nobody's country. He looks spaced out when you look at his face. He come in here, and he might be a good dude. I'm not saying that. He might be a good dude, but just the way the perception. So if I can notice that, then foreigners will notice it too. So that's all I'm saying. I ain't trying to talk bad about him. I'm talking about his look and how he walking. He walking wild like he bumping into people and leaning, rocking side by side. So he might be a good dude. But I'm just talking about the way he not knowing him and how he's walking, he looking at people. So that's when you become a target. Hell, I'm already a target and got my camera out with my phone and I'm talking English. Yo, I'm playing chess online, so a lot of people asking me for games. See, he's spaced out like this bird. You see how this bird is spaced out going in circles? He's spaced out like that bird. The sisterhood thrives on envy and gossip. They're traveling for every different reason than we do. Yeah, they're traveling for glam. They going to these places for glam. They don't go to these places to bring money to the economy. We go to these places to bring money to the economy. Whether y'all getting y'all prostitutes, whether y'all trying to show off and that you got American dollars, that's what we do as men. As stupid as it may seem, we still bring uh, we still bring money to any economy, yo. Rice Patty said the sisterhood thrives. Yeah, they do. Yo, we hear you loud and clear. Shout out to Speak Spanish Now, man. Salute. What up? What up, my dude? Speak Spanish Now. His channel helped me out a lot with my Spanish. Y'all just don't want to learn bad enough. That's why y'all don't go to his channel. Joseph Majors, what's up? He's still out enjoying Florida. I'm in Costa Rica right now. I'm in Costa Rica right now. I gotta get to Limon. My boy from Atlanta came out here, so I said, well, let me join him. I was gonna go to Brazil, but I was like, nah. Dude I go to the cigar lounge with, or used to go to the cigar lounge with, he's out here right now. He just landed. He's on his way to Alajuelita. That's near San Jose. It's not Alajuela. Alajuelita and Alajuela is two totally different things. So he's landing at the airport right now, yo. Yeah, Speak Spanish Now, man. Y'all go subscribe to his channel, man. Y'all go subscribe to his channel. But yeah, so that's what the stuff like that is what I talk to and what I'm about. But it's all good. Why they keep looking at me like that? Y'all should see. I should have shown that on camera. All four of these girls kept looking back at me as if I wasn't doing what I'm doing before they walked past. And I'm filming myself. And it's always the ones that you could tell nobody's really attracted to that go the hardest. The ones that people are attracted to, they keep going. Because they done bothered enough. But the ones that nobody pay attention to, they going to go above and beyond to act up. Because they ain't going to get no attention. Yo, I'm out here in Costa Rica chilling. Yo, my man was talking about that. Did y'all ever see that video on TikTok where he did the breakdown? It might be on YouTube too, I don't know. Where he did the breakdown and he talked about how many, all the restaurants, McDonald's, look at their colors. Before it was golden arches and, and, and it was color. You had the characters with the Happy Meals, lots of color. And he said, now you look at McDonald's, it's just brown. And he's right. You go in Taco Bell before, it was that light purple and that white and that light gold or yellow, whatever it was. And then a little reddish or purplish. And now you go and Taco Bell is just nothing but brown, gray. It's like a grayish charcoal type of, and he pointed it out. He said, look at cars. Cars, before you used to see people with like light colors, they didn't care. He said now, everybody always got black, white, and gray. They got gray. Those are the only colors that they have. He said, look at the change. said, look at the change. He said, that's showing you there's a reason why. He said, look at the modern houses. Look at the house on Home Alone. Colorful, color. Look at that. That was the movie on Home Alone. Look at it now. Look at it now. Traveler Pool, what up, yo? Traveler. He said, look at it now. Look at all of this stuff. He said, it changed. I don't know. I don't know. We're different. Are they close to one another? Yeah, they're close to one another. They're about 4 miles apart. 4 miles apart. Because there's a part where you get closer to San Jose. It's Alajuelita right there. And that's where it's like that cross where they're going to call it San Jose or they're not. So, another black dude. There's a lot of black dudes in Costa Rica. I've seen a couple white guys. Now I'm seeing a couple. Man, we be everywhere. American men, white, black, or indifferent, be everywhere. I said what's up to a couple white dudes, and then now I'm seeing a couple black dudes. And you know they stand out. He got big, them hot headphones on, walking around, and just looking like he lost, yo. I hope he ain't looking at my live stream, then try looking at me and say, where's Yesh at? He just keep looking around. He probably looking at my live stream, because now he headed this way. Look, he looking around. He looking all around. Yo, this dude might be listening to this live stream. Your grandfather spent more than 30. Yeah, I told you. I walked at this same park I'm in right now. I seen 2 black dudes just on a bench, just talking. And I passed. I said, I heard them. Look at the white guy. You could tell he from America. You could spot Americans easy. So next year out of nowhere, they were talking. I was passing this, and I stopped. I said, y'all from America? He was like, yeah, man. It was like, I started chopping up with them. They said, yeah, we living out here. We be chilling. Everything is very reasonable. Everything is very reasonable. So you never know. You never know who you see or who you meet. Let me turn this way. I'll turn this way. Make sure I look for my bag. But I'll turn this way. So just in case something walk past, y'all can see it. 'Cause I know how you dudes do. Can't control yourself. And it's just a joke. I know my dudes are different here. I'm sitting right at this table. If this is missing, they building, like they tearing it down. They had a little festival out here. Are they tearing it down or putting it up? Let me see. There might be something going on this weekend. Oh no, they putting this thing up. I thought they was tearing it down. Oh, it's something about to pop off. Something about to pop off. Hold on, let me see if I got a message real quick. Hold on. Gotta get right. So that's how I was able to bump into it. And then from there, I was like, okay, Costa Rica's different. I thought it was just a hit and miss, or everybody just want to go to Haku, or everybody just want to go to San Jose. and get their rocks off until I see people really live here and they have a blast here. And they just don't go far away in the woods and do that weird stuff that let me just say, well, let me say suburban women who come from privilege and now said they want to be hippies. Let me use that verbiage. They come out here and be doing the weird stuff, act like they one with nature, ruining the spiritual and the energy of Costa Rica with that devilish, I don't know. It just be weird. Every time I meet somebody, they musty and think they one with the earth. They do that for 30 years and then they say, okay, this ain't beneficial. And they do that and then they go into their father or mother's field that they control for hundreds of years and pass that down to each other. There you go. There go my man right there. See him? So they say, yo, we done with this. Let's go put on the robe. Let's go control this company. Nepotism. That's why when they did that LeBron thing, people say, yes, you don't want to speak on nepotism. How do you hide money from a hippie? They put in their hips. You hide in your hip. He said, put it under the soap. He said, put it under the soap. Hilarious. That's funny. Yeah, man. I told you, remember y'all got mad at me because I explained it. I got on the plane and this person was a hippie and they were just giving problems, acting weird, like they coked out. And they was coming to Costa Rica to go in the woods because they knew some people out there, go 3-4 hours away, live out there with no money, no sanitary items, and bring their nasty spirits here. And she was just acting weird. Everybody was like, if you one with the earth and you doing all this, and then was stinking, dirty, nasty hair, and purposely making themselves look dirty and be dirty. So I was just like, I don't care what you say. Bathing was always, I don't care if you're a hippie, I don't care one with the earth. Bathing has always been one with the earth. Bathing. Bathing has always been one with the earth. So they do that shit when they go to Brazil. They do it when they go to certain countries in Africa. You'll be like, man, go wash. Go down to the river and get in the river. Or do the whole bath. Yo, they've been doing the same thing for the past hour. They cannot get that thing through the loop. Let me show y'all. They've been trying to get that thing through the loop for the past hour. They finally got it. Finally got it. They finally got it. Good. Finally got it. So, that's what it's been. It's hot out here. I was thinking about going to get in the swimming pool. I have yet to get in the swimming pool in Costa Rica. I've been in the beach, in the water, but I've yet to get in the swimming pool. And let me just say this. I appreciate Traveler Quadruple 4. I appreciate Rollout Dow. I appreciate Mel when he does his. I appreciate Mark B. I appreciate Third Generation War Vet when he does his thing, and a few others, right? So, but who's been lately like going crazy is Traveler Quadruple 4. So I appreciate the love from him and the donations, man. That's greatly appreciated. Jay Clyde, what up, yo? Jay Clyde, what's up, brother? He said, How do you hide money from a hippie? El bungalow está en bajo jabón. Yeah, I'm just sitting here, man. So that's what it is. Yo, an interesting conversation. Hold on. You can't do that with travelers, right? Travelers that can spend a week, travelers that can go somewhere for 2 weeks, go somewhere for 3 weeks. Hell, they can stack up for a year and go somewhere for a good 2, 3 years. They might come back broke if they ain't got no other money coming in, like what happened to me. But and so many other cats. But here's the difference. You cannot say to a guy, and you can't do this to people, and this is again, this is why we don't respect certain people, because we know their motives. People want to feel superior than others, but act like they don't want to feel superior than others. They act like we all one color. They act like we all brothers. They act like we all sisters, and hogwash. They give you that play. And I wrote that in my book, compared to what? The characteristics between plants, animals, and humans. I wrote that in there. Go pick up that book, right? Dealing with anthropology, characteristics, dealing with nature, dealing with science, and all of the studies that came out. And I'm discussing that in the book. And I talked about the the people that do what happened to me in the WhatsApp group does. You got guys that'll say, yo, you ain't never been, as if you've been to Brazil like me or other places. Some cats go to the DR. They burn through $1,000 in a weekend, right? And if they would have stayed longer, if they had more time, they would have probably went through more money than that. But they keep going to the same areas over and over and over. For me to go to Costa Rica as much as I did, even living in Atlanta, you talk about $700 or more, right? Each trip. And at that time, before I moved to Miami, I've been to Costa Rica in 30-something times, right? Just think about that. So when you tell somebody, he said, I give you too much to think about. I always do. My mother said she don't like getting on the phone with me because I make you think about stuff that you don't want to think about. And a lot of cats have, not you, traveler, but a lot of cats have a problem with that. They'll talk to me in my private life and they only call me when they want me to do a chess move for them or a strategic move. Speaking of this, no pun intended, no pun intended. But whenever they want to move like something in chess or they want to come with a strategy, they'll blow my phone up. Haven't heard from them in like 2 months, 3 months. And they say, yes, you'll make me think about what I don't want to think about. And that's why I don't respect getting on the phone with too many people now. I don't even call the people that I used to call back in the day like that no more. Because I'm like, if you don't want to reach out to me to really chop it up with me on a normal, I know your intent is only self-motivated, and then it's going to be for my mentals because I want to talk. It can be self-inflicted, and I don't want that, right? So when you tell somebody, and you see I never done that. You see I fought against that all these years. But when you do that to me, you don't make me say, well, let me go to that country to prove that I can go there. No. I'm going to say, F the country that you think nobody can go to, like you're the only one going to it. Like people think people stop traveling all because they old as hell now and they not traveling. I've been done that. That's old. No, you're old. It's new to somebody else. It's a nuance to somebody else. It's a new experience to someone else. This is why I never did that. This is why I never got online and talk like that. Then, that's number one. That was told to me. You never even set foot on it. If I wanted to, I could easily. I can do that for the 2 weeks I'm gonna spend. 1 week in Colombia and 1 week in Brazil. I can easily go to any continent, but I don't want to. I do what I want. See, you doing something to prove to yourself that you went there, so you can always say that you've been there. That's your insecurity, and I don't fall for it. By you mentioning that, I know for a fact that you insecure. And I don't buy it. And people are like, oh, yes, he got to it. I'm going to get him, I'm going to trigger him by saying that so he can bite into it. Do y'all remember I'm a thinker? Sometimes I mince my words, but I want to say something callous to some of you who do content. But I don't. But I don't. But I don't. So all I'm saying, right? I know y'all. So all I'm saying is when you use that against somebody like me, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. Number two, then when you say this to me, what was said in our group, right? And I want to talk about it live because all of y'all been listening to me for years. Y'all be like, have I always said I'm not pro color? I always say, to the detriment of my audience, to people unsubscribe or leave because I'm not pro color, because I don't talk about black issues enough, and they want me to talk black, 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 act like I'm a victim to everything, and I don't do it. I've been saying this for years. Stay away from me with that pro color stuff. I don't care what pro color you are. Stay away from me with it. It's all subversive, and it doesn't mean anything. With a forever changing world, and they trying to blend everything together so there will be no evidence of anything that happened in the past. And if you're intellectual enough or intelligent enough, you'll know this. So you being a very few people to harp on to that, no, you're teaching it in the wrong way, right? Whatever movement you are with pro color, right? I always say I don't like to talk about color. Keep that away from me. I don't label women or those certain color women or just horrible. You've never heard me say that. All of these years, to the point I stayed away from it, and to the point where guys left my channel because Yesh don't get on these black women. You got guys that don't want to be part of my channel because I don't degrade and downgrade and diminish black women. So they unsubscribe to my content. Yeah, he get on women, but yo, he's keeping it very vague. He's keeping it in general. That's what those with the attacks from men all of these years, because I don't go at strictly black women. I don't go at strictly white women. I don't go at strictly Hispanic American women. They want you to title something so that way they can, I love his content like a drug. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Nothing is here. Nothing is here. You see that? Even the birds want to hear what I'm talking about. God had the birds come up here and say, I want to hear what he's saying. So just know that. So when you levy, you want everybody to think like you don't know, like all of what I've said to you, all of these years, just went in one ear and out the other. And to me, you have a walled mind. I don't talk to those guys with walled minds. If nothing can change you, if it's logical and it makes complete sense, you're done in my book. You're going to always be a one-sided friend. You're going to always be a one-sided conversationalist. You're going to always be a one-sided journalist. Whatever you are, you're always going to stick to one side and nothing more. And to me, that shows your bias. And that right there is a person that is a dangerous person that you shouldn't be give all of your energy to. Whether it's mentally, whether it's in conversation, whether it's you keep it vague. Every time you talk to that person, keep it very vague. Keep it light. So that's all I'm saying. So with that being said, just think about that. Just understand that those situations and those the people's intent, you can talk to them for years, and that's why I gravitate to certain people, and I'll try to build certain. But when you, first of all, Jay Clyde is one of those ones that know me well, right? I know Jay Clyde well. I know what Jay Clyde will do for people, and I know what he'll do for me. Two totally different, two totally different, right? I built a strong connection with a person like Mike. That guy knows how I operate. He knows the expressions. He knows, yo, yes, tripping. Yo, he know when I'm taking it there. And he'll like, yo, you think you need to delete that or something like that? He'll give me that because he know I'm about to go there, right? So he can feel it. That's crazy. I met Mike like what, about 3 years, 2 years after I met Clyde. So it's been about 2, 3 years after I met Clyde. So just think about that, right? So these guys, we could get on the phone, we could chop it up. They know where I stand. They might be feel I'm too hard sometimes. At times, they say I don't go hard enough. Sometimes when I pull back, they wish I would go harder. And we passed that. We don't need to say pause. We passed that. But that's what you say. We don't say pause no more. We say we passed that. We grown. And you only need to say it one time, and so everybody, whenever you say something and people think it sounds crazy, we passed that. So just think about that, yo. You'll never catch in my books. I'm telling somebody to be pro color. You never find that in my books. You never find it in my books where I'm telling you to be a passport bro and nothing else. Be a traveler. Be a blue book gentleman and nothing else. Be a HVAC guy. Be an electrician and nothing else. You'll never catch me saying that in none of my books. And this is why I have records. When I'm going off this earth, I have records that'll be left. Well, Yesh wrote this about his ideology on this subject. So you can't twist my words. It's right there in those chapters before I left the earth. Not when somebody grabbed my book and tried to reconstruct it like they're doing Charlie Kirk. Trying to reconstruct his, because now they got their hands on it. We don't know what's originally in there, right? Because he didn't put it out to the public before he passed. So that can be tampered with. Actually, Clyde, I don't like conversations that can be tampered with, and I don't like things that somebody could be tampered with. Like let me give you an example in this travel game, right? And I talk about more than travel, but I'm gonna give you in this because this is an everyday layman type of guy that was on this earth, Charles Tyler. We know exactly where Charles Tyler stood at before he left this earth. We know exactly where he stood at. Charles Tyler was a nice guy, but he was fed up with the dating system, and he wasn't raging on the women that he spoke to. Even at the lady on the beach, he wasn't raging out against her. He was always a nice guy and always presented his topics in a nice, respectable manner, even though he didn't hit it mentally the way I would have hit it. When you on those particular topics and you about to punch an idea or an ideological point home, and sometimes the trying to pull back is not good enough, and the demonstrative nature that you're trying to present the argument in is not good as well. So it's got to be in that middle ground, but you got to punch it home when you're in that middle ground. So, and I try to do that when I speak to people. So that's all I'm saying. So just think about that. So what I presented to the public, I never said, yo, be pro